Good morning, everybody. This is Engineer Suraj Singh speaking from Bharat, India on this day number 14, 2021, Sunday, morning around 4 a.m. with 3:55. नमस्कार, मैं हूं सूरज सिंह, भारत से बोल रहा हूं। आज दिनांक 14 नवंबर 2021 रविवार। As usual, talk is about quality and safety in general and in engineering. इंजीनियरिंग के बारे में, सेफ्टी के बारे में जो भी बात हो, I was just interested in interacting with you people about safety, about quality, and about whatever is to be done and can be done. Technically, contractually, non-technically, or you can say site-wise, whatever can be done, it can be done or should be done. That is where question is, क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है, क्या कर सकते हैं, क्या नहीं कर सकते हैं, क्या होना चाहिए, क्या होना नहीं चाहिए, वो सब चीज़ें, वो सब बातें जो हम डिस्कस करें, वार्ता में लाएं, जो भी करें, आवश्यक है, ज़रूरी है। ये सर्टिफिकेट्स, प्रमाण पत्र शिक्षा के, व्यवसाय के भी ज़रूरी हैं, समझाने, बताने। कहाँ से मिलते हैं, इनका मतलब क्या है, बेसिक एजुकेशन क्या है, व्हाट इज़ बेसिक एजुकेशन, व्हाट इज़ प्रोफेशनल एजुकेशन, व्हाट इज़ प्रोफेशनल कॉम्पिटेंस, and how to deal in life with quality. All these issues are in fact very significant. बहुत महत्वपूर्ण इशू हैं ये, और ये बैठे बिठाए नहीं समझ आते. We have to come together and talk about these. That is really important point. And we have to talk about quality, about safety, about environment, about ergonomics, about health, about contracts, about products, about quality, about safety, about technicalities, about contracts. As you know, title states, engineering involves ourselves, engineering involves everyone. Engineering says quality you have to achieve, and quality means product standard we have to achieve. हमको प्रोडक्ट का स्टैंडर्ड अचीव करना है, कितना अच्छा प्रोडक्ट हम बनाएं. क्वालिटी ऑफ प्रोडक्ट मीन्स हाउ हायर क्वालिटी मीन्स better and better and better, comparatively better than previous one, or we can say new version, it is means better version. So title is civil field engineering, and it is related to life and related to engineers. It is related to, you can say, quality, and it is related to contracts. And then if you see, ultimately it is related to end product, and that is constructed product or manufactured product, which includes design and process of construction, and we can say contract involvement, communication and coordination. And why to be behind quality always, that is major question here, because without quality we have no way out. As is said everywhere in files, as every day I show this file and you see this file, must ask question yourself. आपको अपने से प्रश्न करने होंगे, उसके बिना गुजारा नहीं है. अपने से प्रश्न करो और फिर उसके उत्तर ढूंढो कि क्या आवश्यकता है सेफ्टी की, क्या आवश्यकता है क्वालिटी की, गुणवत्ता की, जिसके बिना वास्तव में हम आगे नहीं बढ़ सकते. अभियंता वर्ग होता है, इंजीनियरिंग कम्युनिटी बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है क्वालिटी के लिए, प्रोडक्शन के लिए, डेवलपमेंट के लिए. इंजीनियरिंग community is very significant in making our lives different and better than before. Whatever life we have today, when we say it should be better than that, and that is where we can say it should be always better than previous one. New version must always be better than previous version. That is what quality gives us. It is in controls of engineers, and if engineers do not control it, it is fault of engineers. It must comply with requirement, and that is what we are talking about: specifications and descriptions of requirement, and what are standards and what are variations. And if there is no quality, means there is no future. Bad works, dirty development can be done only by robbers, by thieves, and by those dirty people, bad people who spoil whole show. There can be considered no excuse if quality failure continues or we cannot achieve requirements. And community of engineers shall have to understand this fact, realize this fact. कम्युनिटी ऑफ इंजीनियर्स, इंजीनियर वर्क को ये बात समझनी होगी, समझनी है और समझनी पड़ेगी. मैं ये नहीं समझता कि वो नहीं समझते, दे अंडरस्टैंड ऑल दिस, बट इवन देन understanding and applications are two different views. I understand something but I cannot apply because of some restrictions. That is one way you can say I am restricted and I don't have full freedom to achieve my work quality. These differences must be cleared out. Our duty as engineer, my duty as engineer is that I have to do quality job. And if I don't do quality job, means I don't do my work, or you can say I don't do God's work, because I consider God is directly involved in my work. In whatever work in engineering we do, God is involved because we use materials which is given by God directly through lithosphere or earth. We have to understand this fact. We have to realize this fact. 4. सिविल अभियंता वर्ग काफ़ी हद तक इसके लिए उत्तरदायी, बाकी वर्ग भी उतने ही उत्तरदायी, बाकी अभियांत्रिक वर्ग के लोग उतने ही उत्तरदायी जितना सिविल वर्क. We have to realize this fact. I'm going to talk of contracts. We talked yesterday at length about, you see now, when we talk of contracts here, we have many clauses in contract. I'm just talking. I just talk of FIDIC form of contract. FIDIC standards contents, that is, silver book. This is a release of retention money in that. What is retention money? You know very well. Retain means hold some money legally, contractually, without any objection from anyone, by anyone. That money which is held even after work is done, that is held for security purpose, for defects purpose, for whatever purpose you can say. approximately 10% you can say is held, no, is recovered for payment later on. That is called retention money. If I pay 100 rupees, I have to hold 10 rupees according to contract, let us say. So that 10% is retention money, which is just nothing but a kind of surety that if some defects appears, if some other liabilities are experienced, this 10% must compensate for that. That is called retention money. Once project is completed, that money should be released. This is basics of retention money. It's not ownership of employer, but it's ownership of contractor for that money. But that ownership is given only when work is completed. After issue of taking over certificate, when I take over as employer, when I take over my project, my job, what I allowed on contract, that stays when I take over this. It says after issue of taking over certificate for works contractors, after issue of taking over certificate, works contractor shall include first half of retention money in a statement. Means once you take over, first half you can say works contractor shall include first half of retention money in a statement, or for a section contractor shall include relevant percentage of first half of retention money in a statement. After latest of expiry dates of defects, that is very important part. I'm saying defects, notification period D and P. After latest of expiry dates of defects, notification period D and P, contractor shall include second half of retention money in a statement promptly after such latest date. If a taking over certificate was deemed to have been issued for a section, contractor shall include relevant percentage of second half of retention money in a statement promptly after expiry date of DNP for section. टेकिंग ओवर आपने किया, कॉन्ट्रैक्टर को राइट बनता है कि वो जब तक डिफेक्ट्स नोटिफिकेशन पीरियड नहीं समाप्त हो जाता, आधा पैसा अपना रिटेंशन ले ले सिक्योरिटी मनी का से रिटेंशन मनी का हाफ क्लेम कर ले जब तक डिफेक्ट्स नोटिफिकेशन पीरियड नहीं समाप्त होता। और अगर वो कोई पार्ट को हिस्से का हुआ, किसी प्रोजेक्ट पे एक हिस्से का ही ख़त्म हुआ, तो उस हिस्से का हाफ वो क्लेम कर सकता है। That's what said after latest of expiry dates of defects notification period, contractor shall include second half of retention money in a statement promptly after such latest date. If a taking over certificate was deemed to have been issued for a section, contract shall include relevant percentage of second half of retention money in a statement promptly after expiry date of DNP for section.